welcome back to the Asylum. This is part 3, so Playday number 3A. So we did our first door here already. This is the door that is out front. If you were walking past the Asylum, it is the door you would see. And we need to do the back. So what I've already done is I took some scraps and I just glued them around the sides. And then I went ahead and I created this door. It says, "Darling, you are a work of art." And all I did was took one of the scraps from one of these Scrappy 8 ladies and I cut it down. I used some permanent black ink and I just went around the edges. And I took another scrap here and I glued it down. But before I did, I added this little tiny brad. So that is our door. And it will get glued down right there. This will be the door that is the secret door. It's around the back of the building. And my thought is that what I'd like to do is actually make 2 or 3 metal hinges that you typically see on big, heavy doors. And I'm not sure exactly how to do that, but I thought, well, we're going to try it, and why don't I bring you along? Because if it works, then you'll know how to do it, and if it doesn't, then you'll know what not to do. Welcome, it's Dawn with For Grace Creations. Let's jump in. So what I've got is this coarse molding paste. And I've got this duct tape. And I was kind of thinking we could maybe turn this tape into a couple of hinges. But first, okay, this is what I want to make our hinges out of. We're going to put 1, all right, we're going to do 3 hinges. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my molding paste and this. And to me, those are big hinges, and that is what big heavy doors have. So I think it will work. But now this has to dry, and I'll be back. So I'm going to use some of this metallic silver, or just going to use the paint that's in the lid. And let's see what we can come up with. Because really, I would like for it to be gold. Because this gold stuff here. But I'm going to start with this. Now we have to wait for the paint to dry. I wanted to show you something. I have this heat gun here, and by recollections, and I'm going to get this heat gun to warm this stuff up because I want some bubbles. And it shouldn't take much. Yeah, you see it starting to bubble? I don't want too many bubbles, but like that's perfect. Because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this gold metallic luster. You can get it on Amazon. I did check. And it's kind of dry. So I'm squirting just 1 squirt of water in there. And I'm going to rub it with my fingers. Now we need some dark brown in there. So I have oh, what is this? It is Deco Art Satin Coffee Bean. We're gonna use what's in the lid. And we're gonna let that dry and come back to that. Okay, it is actually still a little wet. And I'm gonna come back with this, just get a little bit of that and start blending it. Now, what you're seeing on camera is a little different than what I'm seeing because of the way the light is coming in the window. But when that dries, I think I'm going to leave it. It just depends on how it dries. But for now, this is what we have. I may do some alterations once it dries. I may not. But this is the back door that is the big, heavy door that's kind of hard to open. The secret entrance. All right, I cannot wait for our next Playday to see what we are going to be doing. Until then, can you do me a huge favor and click like on this video? And then maybe if you're on Facebook or Instagram and you are doing this Asylum journal as well, tag me for Grace Creations because I really, really want to see what you're making. That's kind of half the fun, is seeing how people do what they do and what they do. Because, you know, if you're like me, one day you might attempt grunge and one day you might attempt purples, pastels. It just might depend on your mood for the day. So I would enjoy seeing the kinds of things that you make. I'll talk to you and see you later, guys. Bye.